Day 1 of our Ireland adventure, we left CVG, but our flight was delayed, so it made things a little stressful for our connecting flight. We literally had to run through the airport like a Home Alone full-on sprint.
It was a little bit of a run to the gate, but by the way, Minneapolis Airport is enormous. But we made it just in time.
The flight was long, the food was good, but pro tip, pick your seats next time. Middle seats are not for the weak on an overnight flight. We arrived in Dublin 7:35 in the morning, and we were exhausted, our bodies were confused, but we were glad to be here.
I love making her think it's a picture.
You're videoing?
Yeah.
Taking an old school taxi.
First car I've seen drive on the right side. That's kind of cool.
Our plan was to drop the luggage off at the hotel and stay awake. Our first taxi was the best start to our trip. Our driver was a lifelong Dublin resident and gave us so much great information on the way into the city. We really enjoyed the Dublin taxi drivers.
A lot of bicycles.
Yeah, that's because it's a nice day.
Yeah, everybody's
It was a rainy day.
cabin fever. Cabin fever came out.
Beautiful.
This is still all part of Drumcondra. You see the back of those houses, the beautiful red brick buildings?
Yeah.
And they're of course Victorian houses. Again, that used to be an old manor house because it has a cottage at the front of the gate here.
Now the manor houses, what exactly were they for?
I'll show you there in a minute. Have a look at that, the manor house.
Oh, wow.
Is it just big?
So manor house would have been like the lord. He would have been the lord around. You
The
know,
lord,
very
the
wealthy people
manor.
with a lot of land around it, hence the name the manor.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh yeah.
That's my name. We arrived at the Temple Bar Hotel, and we dropped our bags to freshen up in the restrooms, doing our best travel refresh since really it was damage control at this point. We are going to spend the day exploring the city.
Check out the fishing tackle place here in Dublin. Huh. Love it.
We were definitely struggling to stay awake, but we did the hop-on, hop-off bus tour to see the city.
The Temple Bar area was the area of Dublin, and every laneway and every alleyway for the next minute and a half as we go down Dame Street leads you into the Temple Bar area. Quite an historic part of Dublin, it dates back to the early 1600s. Temple Bar area was saved from destruction by our city council in the 1980s. And our city council wanted to turn this part of Dublin into a parking lot. It was served by the artists, the poets, the musicians of Dublin. And I would recommend the Rock and Roll Museum that you can find in the Temple Bar area. It's on Temple Lane.
We were really enjoying the beauty and the sights of the city of Dublin and what it had to offer, and we couldn't wait to explore more later. Although I think Butch may have closed his eyes for a minute or two, but who can blame him? We were really exhausted by that point. We decided to take a stop at the Halfpenny Bridge. The Halfpenny Bridge is a famous bridge in Ireland, and it used to cost a halfpenny to cross it. At this point, we were ready for some lunch. We had our first official Guinness in Ireland, which felt like a very important milestone. And of course, we had to get a toastie. Our room was ready at the Temple Bar Inn about 12:30. We took a quick power nap before heading to our Guinness Storehouse tour. The Guinness Storehouse is one of the most iconic experiences in Ireland. We booked the self-guided tour and made our way through all 5 levels, learning the history and process behind Guinness. The exhibits on every floor were super interactive and honestly really creative. Definitely not your typical museum, and we really enjoyed exploring. We had to stop for a very important stop in the middle of the tour for an Irish coffee.
I've already tasted it. Let's see what you think.
Oh wow,
That's insane.
that's delicious. Look how pretty it is.
It's creamy.
It had a heart on it, but it
Nice. Wow.
just what I needed. After a little pep in our step from an Irish coffee, we continued the tour to learn about all the ingredients that Guinness has, which is only 4. Mainly water, 95%. We were so surprised. We learned so much and we really enjoyed every part of the Guinness tour, including the advertisements. Our favorite was the fish riding a bicycle. A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. Honestly, at that point in the day, we just needed caffeine. We also include the Stouty experience in our tour, where they print your selfie right on the top of a Guinness, because nothing says we made it to Ireland like drinking your own face. Such a fun moment, and honestly, 10 out of 10, highly recommend this experience. Add it onto your tour. It's really cool.
Let's see.
We ended the tour at the Gravity Bar on the 5th floor with a 360-degree view of Dublin and the Guinness factory below. We grabbed our Guinness, which at that point we definitely earned, and we took it all in while watching the sunset on our very first night in Ireland. In that moment, even being this tired felt completely worth it. It was so amazing sitting there and just looking out over the city. We made a stop at the gift shop to pick up our personalized Guinness mug because clearly we needed more things to fit into our overpacked luggage and headed back to the hotel. The taxi driver recommended the Old Mill restaurant near our hotel for dinner. We got the Guinness stew and the cottage pie. It's delicious. It was a full, unforgettable first day, the perfect start to our Ireland trip, but we were exhausted and grateful and already in love with Ireland.